Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new, welcome. I appreciate you taking the time to check us out. If you're returning, welcome back. I appreciate you tuning in for some more awesome adventures. This video was at Micro Madness, Joe Rope's Micro Madness. This was held at the Deluxe Fab shop, or course. Shout out to Jason and Lux Fab crew for letting us invade their crawling course for this awesome event that Joe Ropes hosts. So, obviously by the name Micro Madness, running like TRX 4M and SCX 24 size rigs. Right now we're kind of scrolling over all the show and shine vehicles. So sweet M710 there. We had guys from all over the place. We had guys from South Dakota. We had guys coming out from like eastern Wisconsin. I know some of the guys were coming from over 5 hours away. So shout out to everyone who made it out. It was a super cool event. So this year it was a bracket style race. So two courses going head to head. You ran the length of the course, and whoever crossed the line first won. After the first round, you progress. Whoever won progressed to the second round, and then you switched courses. So not a super long run, but definitely challenges here and there. So this is on the beginning of course 2. I feel like course 2 is definitely tougher, as it's in and out of the tunnels here. So that provided a big challenge. Is just being able to see. So on this one, he is racing someone, but the person rolled. There is no hand of God in this, unless both people roll. So if both people roll, then you reset at the last gate, and then progress. So you could have an easy round where you don't need to try and just focus on making it to the end. So here, this guy was trying to back down the hill so he didn't roll. You see Joe getting super excited there. Because like I said, the first person had rolled, and then he had to go. Or after he rolled, you see Jason there. This is at his place. So Jason's running through the course. You saw the Bronco roll there right away. Coming up through the tunnel. This is where we normally do our 10th scale comps during the winter. So down the hill, and then across this transition, which was nasty. If you went all the way to the bottom, a lot of people got hung up right there. When I went, I cut it a lot earlier. And there we go, right to the finish. So, this happened a lot in this area. A lot of rollovers. There was one group, I didn't put it in here. One group of two guys with stock TRX-4Ms that this area ended up taking them like legitly 20 minutes to decide who won. Um, we got Ethan here, Wisco Crawler on Instagram, with his, uh, in his words, uh, just a quick toss together Lexan body uh, paint job, which looks killer. If you guys aren't familiar with him, go check him out on Instagram. Um, and the dude's just killing it in the body, like on the body game. He does custom paint jobs for people, and he's just insane. I've got one of them, and yeah, the details on them are just insane. So yeah, go give Ethan a follow. He also hosts a lot of events around the area. So shout out to Ethan, thank you. Definitely helping the RC scene in the area. So we got Jim here with his Ascent 18. This is where I was talking about, guys, where like people would just get hung up on in this little pocket. Oh, as you can see there, it was awfully close. So this course, you started on the other side of the tunnel, where they did in the beginning of the video, and then came out this side. So we got Dino's first run here. And the other guy ended up turtling in the tunnel, which is very easy, just because you can't really see. So if you run up a wall, it's pretty easy to turtle. So we got Dino here with his SCX 24, or it's a little guy racing 24 scale eliminator kit, and this thing, he's got it dialed. We got Jason here running through, and he gets stuck in this tunnel behind this 4M Hydro. Jason's one of the guys. They came up from about 4.5 to 5 hours away over into Wisconsin. So yeah, he kind of gets just stuck in that tunnel. You can see it here, the crowd just getting wild. It was a blast. My voice the next day was kind of rough. So yeah, he's down here in the pocket, and then just gets king of hammered. So there's the tunnel. As you can see, people getting hung up. It was hard to get a good shot of the whole video, or the whole course on this one, as you just get, you know, in and out of the tunnel over the top. So, yep, right there, just got rolled. And then for the guys with the stock wheelbase width, you're able to shoot up that center ridge. I tried it. You'll see. And almost got stuck. This is Mitch's run here versus this insanely long AX24. This thing is probably as long as my UTV 18. There's two guys running rigs like that. So here's Mitch with his custom painted body by his buddy Jason. Super cool Red Bull scheme.
It's coming! It's coming! It's coming! Oh! There it is! There it is! Get it! Yeah!
So coming through the tunnel there, you can see one of them getting hung up there. So this is a super cool run. We got, I think this is Levi and his Bronco, and uh, this little girl, I believe her name was Ruby. Um, Very young girl. She did an awesome job. I think I know she made it to the second round. I'm not sure if she made it to the third round, but she did an awesome job. The Bronco going from side to side there, getting feisty with it. And this part of the course throws everybody around. Even in 10th scale, this end of the course is nasty. It's probably my least favorite part of the whole course. Which it helps to improve the skills, especially in the 10th scale. But still, it it's rough. So we got Ruby coming up here, and her high trail, and that back bumper. That back bumper saving her. So she's got it stuck. Inching. Levi had rolled and got stuck. So here's my first run against this Enjora IR40 bodied truck. So got tired of waiting, ran to the inside. Shout out to Dino for filming for me on my runs. Ended up passing him at the other end of the tunnel. And being wide was not a good thing here. Fought and fought and fought. Came up through here. Kind of a hang up. So I went a lot higher than a lot of people, knowing that I had the weight to pull me across. So this is Jason running across here. This was in the I don't want to call it the losers bracket, but the elimination bracket second chance we'll go with. So everyone who got eliminated got the chance to go head to head, and whoever won that got to get back into the bracket as a knockout or second chance. So making his way up the ridge here, and these guys being short and narrow, able to walk that ridge. The person he was going up against ended up rolling. So he was lining up for another run at the same exact line and didn't get it. So he's making his way. And such close, almost had it, and eliminated by Charlie. Another young dude. He's been crawling They do a lot of 10th scale stuff too, so. We got Nolan versus Jim here. Nolan running up that ridge. Jim's getting hung up. So High Trail just bouncing their way through there. I think his name is Kyle. And Kyle ended up rolling, getting a little too rowdy there in the rocks. So
you got all day and night.
Mitch able to just skirt on by.
All right, Kyle, kill it.
Take it smooth and slow. Because once they're upside down, you know, they're holding. So we got Ryan here running through with his AX-24. Almost losing it there. So there's a lot of filming here of just like the ends of the races. I was just jumping back and forth between both courses. So again, guys, a huge shout out to Joe Ropes for hosting this event. These guys, if you guys have never checked out Joe Ropes, I definitely recommend it. In my opinion, it is the best upgrade for an RC that you didn't know you needed. It's saved my butt pretty much every time I go out. Go to catch a rig or whatever, I can just drop my remote and catch my rig when it's falling. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, check them out. Facebook, or their website. I think they have a website. Yeah, Joe Ropes and Rig Ropes. We got an Ethan versus Dino here. Dino is a favorite to win the event, as he won last year. Ethan getting tangled up there. Dino making the finish. Dino is definitely a fierce competitor. You guys have seen him with the white with black spotted Ripper, just like mine. Dino's a super good friend of mine. So yeah, he ended up making a last minute decision to run the Gladiator instead of the Ripper, which was kind of insane. But it ended up working out for him. So we got Kyle and his Beetle here. Complete custom build. Thing's killer. So here I am. Going against a scout. Going through there, the area was tough because like you don't want to block people. But like you have to walk down it. So here I am trying to take the ridge. You can see here getting a little hung up. So about most of the way through, we ended up doing the sumo table. Super cool, fun bit. Guys all go head to head, knock each other off. So there was 3 rounds of it. Oh, Ethan falls off. And the last deadbolt. So round 2.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh! Ripper upside down. Gets yeeted off. Kyle's Beetle for the win on that one. And then I was finally able to get in here. That dude just pile drove that high trail off of there. So trying to work on getting people pushed off here. They end up getting behind me, teaming up, and yeah, I went for a ride. And these two got one last dance. And then back to the races. So coming up through here, rough. I got a little ground on him. I'm about one of the only ones who kept cutting way high. Not sure why. I know like it's very tippy. It's a very gnarly crossover. So Jason ended up being alone in the bracket. So instead of just giving him the bye and letting him through, Joe grabbed his aluminum ripper and was gonna give him a run for the money, and ended up getting tangled up right away. So Jason just cruising through here. Um, and I ended up having to go up against Jason. Um, this dude is a huge competitor. Um, does 10 or runs every class of comp rig, and is just a insane driver. So this was for the race to see if I had to go up against him, and he won. Just sitting here taunting Joe. And I ended up having to race him. It was probably the most nervous I had been in a long time. Blocking him with the camera so he can't go. Um, and luckily enough, I ended up winning. He ended up rolling. Um, and I was able to drive around him and get through the finish. But yeah, I was shaken after that race. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but we didn't get video of it. So as you can see, even after running through there a few times, you still get hung up. So Dino working his way up here for a finish. Able to swing back over here. Person he was going against ended up rolling, so he's got all the time in the world to just not roll. So that was the biggest thing is someone rolls, just take your time. Make sure you don't mess up.
Drivers, are you ready? Yep. In 3, 2, 1, go!
So this was the final. Dino versus me. And this was gnarly. Huge shout out to Ethan for filming this one for us. This one ended up being both courses put together. So coming over the finish of the first, Dino's ahead of me, and I am hot on his trail. I'm like, I got this, I got this. As you can see there, I didn't got that. I didn't have it. But able to get myself turned around. Unfortunately, in that V, there's nowhere to turn around, so I'll back out. Backed out, making it into the big rocks here to cross over to the next course. Knocking on his tailgate over here. So he's got me by ways, but feeling confident. We're gonna do this. And then I get hung up in that tunnel, or coming down that tunnel. Dino's out. He is gone like the wind. At this point, I was fairly confident it was game over. Dino's getting hung up. We're fighting. It allows me to get right there. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Until next time, get out and have your own adventures. Love to give a huge shout out to Dino for recording my runs, Ethan for recording me and Dino's run for the final, and I'd love to give a shout out to all the sponsors and Joe Ropes and Rig Ropes for putting on the event, and Deluxe for letting us use their facilities. Thanks, guys. What an awesome time.